This is fun. When can I talk?
We can talk now. Music's still going. Hi. Hey, it's Curt and Jen, and what did we decide we were going to call this one? The Poop Particles podcast.
Yeah, the Poop Particles one. Get ready for it.
I don't know.
I want to know why you slapped your face right before we hit record. Why did you do that to yourself? You're like...
That's the wake up. You gotta wake up.
That was your wake. That's the way you wake up. Do you have Dana slap you as your alarm?
No, she just does that on her own. Not like it's an alarm or anything. Good morning. It is the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
And it's July 11th, which means it's 7-Eleven, which means it's free Slurpee day at 7-Eleven stores. You get a free small Slurpee when you go in, no questions asked. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go on a 7-Eleven Slurpee tour with my daughter. Because we have like 5 7-Elevens within 2 miles. So we're just going to go get some different flavors.
All right.
I'm super excited. I like 7-Eleven
They
day.
have flea Slurpees. You want the flea Slurpees?
Free Slurpees.
Free Slurpees all day today. There's also, are there Speedway stores around here? Because they also apparently are having this.
Speedways or
and Stripes. I think those are more Midwest.
Like yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but
7-Eleven is where it's at.
And it's easy to remember because the name of the store is also the date. 7-Eleven.
Hence free Slurpee day.
Enjoy your free Slurpees.
So I was reading all the comments about our friend Charlie who passed away earlier this week.
We were talking about that yesterday, yeah.
I just want to say all of those comments are inspiring me to be a better person.
He was a really good man.
I mean, seriously, you talk about what do you want your legacy to be and what do you want people to say about you when you're gone. It's exactly what everyone's saying about Charlie.
Yeah.
The impact he made on so many individual lives, how kind he was, how he brought a smile to people's faces, just seriously all the things. And they're all true because I've experienced them because we worked with them for so long.
Guy.
I just, we lost a real good one.
And it does make you think, how can I be better? Not that we're terrible, but what legacy am I going to leave right now?
Yeah.
Curt Cruz made people laugh on the radio on occasion. I want more than that.
At the beginning, but not at the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just, what? It's just one of those, death is a funny thing. I feel like, it makes you think a lot about how you're living your life and are you living it the way that you want to be living it. So,
and if you can use that to, if that is inspirational for you to maybe change a few things around, then great.
Yeah.
Why not?
We also talked about crotch goblins yesterday. I told my friend Lily that we were going to talk about the phrase that made me laugh so hard in a text message that she had sent out.
And what phrase is that?
Well, crotch goblins was the phrase, and she's like, well, it was either crotch goblins or it was sex trophies.
Sex trophies.
To refer to kids.
I don't know. That's not a trophy I want to win. It's never a trophy that I've wanted to win.
That was funny. Don't you think it's kind of funny?
Hey, you had sex and now you get this.
Here's your trophy. It's your child. Oh, here's my sex trophy.
Okay.
Macy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sex
all right, there you go.
And crotch goblins.
All right.
So, King County Fair.
In Enumclaw.
Starts today. If you're in our area here in the old PNW, Pacific Northwest, the King County Fair. You referred to it as the smallest of the big three.
Well, I think on the west side, so to speak, of the state.
So what are the big three? Puyallup and Monroe?
Yeah, well, that's referred to as the Evergreen State Fair and the Washington State Fair.
Okay,
so there's the King County Fair in Enumclaw that's first, and then the Evergreen State Fair happens, and that's in Monroe.
Right.
And then the big kahuna is the Washington State Fair in Puyallup.
Puyallup and
Do
Puyallup.
the Puyallup.
That one.
That's not until September.
So, you'd be happy to know the King County Fair starts today.
You can start your fair food eating today.
Carnival rides, rodeoing if you like the rodeos. So it's going on actually just today through Sunday.
You know the number one reason people go to fairs?
Right.
Food.
Okay.
It's the food.
It's not just for this weekend, though. Did I get that wrong?
I think this might be a shorter one.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway.
You know what? We'll do our real show research, and we'll let you know for sure tomorrow how long it's open. But for sure it's today.
Name this show the No Research Show, which we should call all of them. Yeah, we just let's just hit record and go.
So Ellen DeGeneres, what's the deal with her?
That was a strange transition.
Well, you had it written down. And I want to know.
In showbiz news, Ellen DeGeneres says she's quitting showbiz after her final Netflix special. That's going to be airing later this year. This was during a recent show. She said, "This is the last time you're going to see me after my Netflix special. I am done."
Is her Netflix special the stand-up comedy that she started with?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, that's cool.
So a fan asked her if she'd ever do the voice Dory. from Finding Nemo again. She's like, no, you're not listening. I'm going bye-bye. Which there's something about, we don't, there was a big kerfluffle. You like that? Kerfluffle. That Ellen was mean, that she, the thing was she appears, as like this super nice person at the end of every broadcast. What did she say? Take care of each other, something like that. And so then behind the scenes, some news came out that, oh, she's mean, she's a taskmaster, she's not nice, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that was true or not. I don't know if that was ever proven.
I mean, there's a lot of her ex-employees that came forward and said, listen, she is not nice, and that's why I'm leaving.
Right.
So who knows what the truth is? It's probably somewhere in between.
Yeah, but I think that,
But the bottom line is she's quitting, and that's all we need to know.
Right. Some cases, I was just going to say, once you're...
Keep going. I was going to take a drink of water.
Once you're accused of something right or wrong, you're done. You're stuck with that. It's like, oh, you're the person that did this.
Unless you have some really good PR people.
Yes, that's what you need, Ellen. So anyway, she's quitting.
I was just showing off my new water bottle, Kurt, because I'm really impressed with it. I love it so much.
I knew you wanted to show it off.
Sparkles. There's sparkles in it.
Remember, a lot of people aren't actually able to view this.
I know. Well, that's why I'm describing it. It's ombre with like some purpley pink into like coral orange, and it's...
What's ombre?
Well, it's like the colors, like it's usually the same color going into another one, but this one is like floating in, or the same color, different shades is ombre, right?
I've never heard that. So
really,
ombre.
But this, I guess, is not technically ombre. It just like floats into another color. I don't know. Okay, moving on.
You just love it.
I do. I love it so much. It makes me very happy.
Let's just jump to the funny story about the Oregon police. I don't know if this is funny or not. Oregon police received thousands of dollars worth of stolen Lego sets in a bust of a massive Lego theft ring.
When you say thousands of dollars, didn't they recover over $200,000 worth of Legos?
Well, I was going to save that to the end,
Oh, sorry.
Right, so you try to hook people in.
Okay.
Tell them. Go ahead.
No, that's the story. That's the story.
There was a 3-month investigation. This is a big deal. The owner of a store in Eugene, Oregon called Brick Builders, police said, was knowingly buying new Lego sets that had been stolen from other nearby stores. The thieves, then would steal these Legos from the other stores, local retailers. They took them to Brick Builders in exchange for cash.
Oh my gosh. So
officers finally served a search warrant at Brick Builders, recovered 4,153 Lego sets valued at more than $200,000. That's a lot of Lego
I wonder if Brick Builders was behind it, or if they just were taking in Legos like they normally do, because people come back and, I don't even know, do what? I don't get it.
Well, it sounds like if there was a 3-month investigation, maybe Brick Builders was like, oh, I didn't know these were stolen. Somebody just brought
but maybe they legitimately didn't know they were stolen.
I don't know. Somebody brings in, here's 300 Lego sets. Wouldn't you be suspect?
Well, they're not bringing in 300 at one time. It could trickle in.
There was an investigation.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Out of all the Lego investigations I've heard of, this is the biggest one.
Let's do better news. Like the most beautiful places you've ever been to and seen in real life.
I love the fact IRL in real life. We mentioned this yesterday, so think on this and let us know the most beautiful places you've ever been or seen. And
people did think about it.
Jen and Curt were supposed to come up with their answers for this as well.
I didn't.
You didn't come up with one?
I didn't come up with one. There's too many of them. Like there's so many beautiful, like if there's water with a sunset, done for me. I love it. That's beautiful.
I would say for me, it's one of two things. We went snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and that was amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. And on the complete weather-wise, other side of the coin, skiing in the Alps in Switzerland.
You skied in the Alps?
I skied in the Alps. You see, like
with your wife?
This is a long time ago. I was a single dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Ended up in Switzerland. I was actually with a girlfriend at the time, so. But it was great. Switzerland was fantastic. We stayed in San Moritz, and okay,
beautiful.
Yeah, you're not going to offer even one.
I mean, there's so many places in Italy that were so beautiful to me. I've been to the Bahamas. Some of those places are so beautiful. Like I try to find beauty wherever I go. I mean, I know that sounds super cheesy, but I think that it's all around in different forms. So
I'm going to do this.
What are you doing? Is it bad? Okay.
You can't be standing way back here with a
I'm
microphone.
not standing way back here, but I also have to like go back to read the screen. Okay.
Fortunately, we have a lot of listeners who were willing to chime in.
And I love it so much. Thank you.
Most beautiful places that they've ever seen. Let's start with Marilyn. She says Kauai. The island of Kauai in Hawaii is amazing. And then Jeanette, Zion National Park. She put hands down Zion National Park 100% should be on everyone's bucket list.
I've seen pictures of her travel and lots of pictures of Zion National Park, and it is beautiful. Rita said the Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. Mary said the Northern Lights in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Right.
There's
a few people said Banff.
Yeah, Banff, Canada was a very popular answer.
And neither of us have been there, which is surprising. At some point, you'd think we would have got the
drive there? Like, how far away is it? I've heard of Banff. Isn't there a great ski or golf place up there?
I think skiing for sure. Yeah, I don't know about golfing. Skiing for sure in Banff.
What am I thinking about the big golf course?
I just think it's cute because you ask me these questions. You're like, here's something about Banff that you have no idea about, Curt. What is it? Like, I don't know. Isn't there this there?
Ina said St. Bart's. That's going the tropical side.
This is funny because Lily was listening yesterday with Leah. I'm assuming that's her daughter. Leah said Taiwan immediately without hesitation, even before we said, hey, offer up your suggestions here. She's like, right away, Taiwan.
Oh, I've never been and I would like to go.
I have not been.
You know what I would like to do is I would like to go with Lily to Taiwan because,
And Leah. She has to go too.
Leah must go too.
Randy, our friend Randy, let me go with Laura, by the way. She said the fjords in Norway. I think that's the most unusual.
Have you been there?
No, I've not been to Norway. Have you?
No. Go, there's a couple people said Alaska. Can you go? Let's see.
Nicole said Alaska.
And so did Andrea.
Yeah.
Northern Lights.
Mary said the Northern Lights in Fairbanks.
Oh, that's the same one.
Randy, who said, I love this, by the way. This is
Randy's up your alley sense of humor wise, I think.
Randy says, I can't choose Lake Como, Tuscany, etc. Also Lake Crescent and Yellowstone. And then at the end here, he must be trying to get out of the doghouse with his wife, Carrie.
Because he said that answer, and then he replied to his own comment and said,
the most beautiful place in the world is my wife's soul. And you have to say that slowly, by the way, because this goes back to my radio days. If you say it fast, it sounds like my wife's hole.
My wife's soul.
Yeah, my wife's soul.
I do know his wife very well, and she does have a beautiful soul.
We're not going to talk about the hole here, just the soul. Hiking in Gothic Basin?
I don't even know where that is.
That's what Kayla said.
Yep. Another one for Alaska from Bree.
Or Denali National Park or Oregon Crater Lake. There's one.
Yes, but then she goes on to say the most amazing and beautiful thing I've seen was definitely Aurora this past May here in Washington, Aurora Borealis.
There you go, which I missed. I tried. It was like that whole weekend. Remember, it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night.
You slept through it.
Friday night we went out and I didn't see anything early on, so did fall asleep. Saturday, because then we heard about all the people. Oh, it was amazing.
Saturday's when I saw it.
Yeah, I didn't see it on Saturday. We tried.
Gina said Bryce Canyon.
I don't know Bryce Canyon.
I don't either. I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know. It sparkled, she said, so I'm in.
It sparkled.
Leslie said, I don't know how to say that word.
Rickweir, France, hands down.
Rickweir.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast was based on this village. It looks like it's Rickweir or Wickweir, France.
So I did not know Beauty and the Beast was based on that village. She said it's just dreamy.
Okay.
Leanna, another one for Banff.
And then the Red Rock of Bryce Canyon at sunset, said Kathy. What do you think?
There's some themes in here. It sounds like I need to go to Banff. I need to go to Bryce Canyon. I need to go to Zion. I need to go to Alaska. I need to go to Norway. I need to go to...
All these places were things you were thinking about anyway, except for maybe Norway. That's a new one. My sister's
I would want to go to Norway.
My sister and brother-in-law have been to Iceland twice. And they loved it. I mean, I know that's not Norway, but it's kind of close.
I have 3 friends right now that are in Iceland or have recently been within the last week.
Amazing, apparently.
Yeah,
so
I want to go there.
You can let us know still where it's the most beautiful place you've ever been or seen IRL. In real life.
We're so hip.
Mm-hmm. Now, from that, because it is summertime... And we like to be informative.
Summertime.
Most common illnesses you can catch in a swimming pool.
We just want to inform you so you are aware. This is where the poop particles come in.
And I think that you just want to do this story because it actually has poop particles written in it.
It was literally written in it. It said particles of poop, but I'm like, poop particles? I've said poop particles before. Here we go. There's nothing more refreshing than cooling off in the pool on a hot summer day. That is for sure.
Right.
I love me a swimming pool.
But there are chemicals in the water that kill many viruses and bacteria. That takes care of some of them. There are still certain germs that may be lurking in the water. And here we go. Most common illnesses you can catch at the swimming pool. The most common cause...
outbreak of diarrhea.
Cause of swimming-related illnesses is outbreaks of diarrhea. I'm going to read the information. Millions of germs can get into the water when someone with diarrhea has an accident, and other people can get sick by swallowing even a small amount.
Oh, God!
This is one of the reasons why if there is a, I like this phrase, if there's a fecal accident, they send an alert. There's an alarm.
Yeah, they do.
Fecal accident in the pool. There's a protocol the lifeguards and pool operators follow before allowing people back into the water.
Isn't that like in Caddyshack? It was really a
Dookie. Yes,
and they had to clear the pool, but really it was a baby Ruth.
That is true. So that's the number one thing: is small particles of poop can come off. Oh, that's another thing. It doesn't have to be an accident in the water. Small particles of poop can come off of people's bodies while swimming.
Yeah, if you didn't, just rinse off before you get in the pool, people. Rinse off thoroughly, apparently. Because here's the thing. You think, oh, well, the chlorine will kill all of this, Jen and Curt. No, it doesn't. The problem is if the pool's not balanced correctly with the chemicals, that's one. Number two, the poop does if the poop hits the water, the chemicals might not kill it fast enough before it gets to your body.
When the poop hits the water.
And then the third thing is some of the poop particle substances, I guess, are immune to the chemicals, right? Like they're not going to be killed by them.
So your only choice is to take a big old swig of pool water.
Don't do it. Don't say I'm going to get
poopy pool water. Let's move on to the swimmer's ear.
Now I know why my friend Ashley doesn't like swimming pools.
Wow. We spent a long time on that.
So that was just one of three things that happens in the pool.
These are the most common. The other two, which we're not going to spend a lot of time on because they're not as much fun.
Because poop particles are way more fun.
You can get an infection called swimmer's ear. That's an infection caused by bacteria when pool water stays in the outer ear canal. Which is why I guess you shake your head out after the pool. I guess.
Yeah, it just breaks down the protective wax and skin.
The third thing you might find, rashes or coughing. Chemicals in the water may irritate your eyes and cause rashes or coughing. But fortunately, there are easy tips you can follow to avoid getting sick. The first
scope out the pool or the water park before you start swimming. There's inspection reports that I guess you can get, and I didn't even know that.
Yes.
So you can get those online.
Identify if they've had any health or safety issues.
If they have poop particles in their pool.
That's going to be on the sign outside the pool. No poop particles today.
What does that sign look like that's in drawing form and not in word form?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, it'd be like a
with a person,
like a circle with a turd
poopy, little poop particles coming out in a line.
Whoa. We're still going to find out where that coffee's coming from, but I know that. We should make that sign. A circle with a slash through it and a turd.
It's like a person kind of bending down with little particles coming out of it.
Wow.
Okay, we got to move on. Okay, really so you can check the
inspection
internet
reports for the pool.
Yes.
It says avoid bringing germs in the water because you often will see signs at the pool that say to shower before getting in the water. Don't ignore those. Rinsing off for just a minute reduces most of the dirt or anything else on your pod. There was something else in here that it said, "Oh, don't pee in the pool."
Well, duh.
That should be an obvious one.
But sometimes it's just hard to get out. You don't want to get out.
Right here, there's a line. And no matter how convenient it may seem, don't pee in the pool, Jen. It should be written right here.
While chemicals in the water generally kill any bacteria in pee, it still leads to chemical irritants forming.
All right. We should have started this whole story with... What was it called? Oh, the... most common illnesses you can get from catching a swimming pool. Jen Pirac. That should have been right there in the title.
Okay, so what was the very last part? Avoid getting in the pool. Let's see.
Avoid getting poop in the pool.
Oh, okay.
That's part of avoid bringing germs in the water. If you're swimming with babies or young kids, change diapers away from the pool. to prevent contaminating the water with germs. I would hope that people would change diapers way far away from anything.
Well, here's the thing, though. There's water diapers. And babies, they don't know any better. So if they have to go poop and they have diarrhea, they're just going to go in their diaper. And that diaper is not going to keep everything in. So there's going to be a lot of poop particles. Baby poop particles. How about this? Tell a lifeguard if you see any feces in the water. Oh, my God. Okay, let's just move on.
You're going to ignore that. Oh, all right. I just swim over here then.
There's poop particles floating in the water. Let's just go about our day.
Polo, poops over here. Marco. God. Wow.
That's a lot.
I love that.
Okay, this I think that people can relate to. If you've been to the movie theater anytime recently and you've taken your family with you, you're probably laying down a couple hundies.
Well, and I thought that seems kind of high, but as you pointed out, let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just say the tickets, you're going to, a family of 4, mom and dad and
let's say you're going in the fancy recliners because that's a fun way to see a movie. Okay. You're running $20 to $25 a ticket.
Right. So there's $100 right there. And evidently kids want to have food.
And candy and all the things.
So,
and that's not cheap. Poop. Oh my God.
Right here,
popcorn and soda and candy is not cheap at the theaters.
What is, real quick, a little off side note, what does your absolutely have to have every time you're at the movies?
Popcorn.
Was there a candy?
No.
Okay.
I don't usually get candy.
Mine used to be Milk Duds, but they get sort of sticky.
Well, if you keep them in your pocket and they get all warm.
So what we have here, after the line, if you're not dropping $200 on tickets and movie theater food for a family of 4, are you even living your best life? So
come on.
Here is movie theater hacks.
We'd like to save you some money is what we're saying.
And I don't agree with all these. I think some of these would make you, like, I think if I got caught doing this, I'd feel like a real cheapskate. However,
Brent said sneak in your own drinks. And we only go on $5 Tuesdays. I sneak in my own drinks to the theater. Are we not supposed to bring in drinks? I bring in drinks. I bring in bottled water.
That might be okay. I mean, I don't know if they could argue. Yeah, you're not supposed to bring
I'm not bringing in my soda or anything, but I'm bringing in a bottled water.
Is that all? Are you bringing in candy and stuff?
Oh, I bring in candy, too.
I knew it. Jesse says we get the large pop and popcorn and bring extra cups in my purse to share the pop, then go refill the theater cup.
I mean, that's kind of smart. Michelle said, if you're not packing a giant purse or diaper bag with snacks, you're doing it wrong.
Wow. How about this person? It just says, don't go to movie theaters, pre-order or rent on Prime.
I mean, and then invite friends and family over and have people bring snacks to share. That is having a fun movie night party where everyone brings their favorite cinema candy and how you have a bunch of popcorn. That'd be fun.
Will says, that's why I have the annual bucket and unlimited refills for the cost of $5 per visit. Sign up for perks.
What? I've never even heard. Have you heard of that? The annual bucket?
So you buy a bucket, you get to come back. Oh, maybe.
So all year you get to, so you probably renew it each year, right? You pay a certain fee. And then when you go to the movie theater, all you do is pay $5.
That's a great tip.
It seems like it would be pretty worth it if you go to the movies on that regular basis. Is that specific,
like an AMC thing? Or
I don't know. I've never heard of it. We'll have to look that up.
What's the kids' trays? Don't give in to the kids' trays.
Oh, those are the little things where you have the little popcorn and so it looks so cute and little candy and it costs $1 million.
Save money to the theater by not giving into the kids' trays. It's an adult handful of popcorn and sip of a drink. Get the large and share. Because when you get the large or extra large or whatever, it's free refill. So there's something to that. Tim says about movie theater hacks. Everyone knows you buy gas station snacks and sneak them in. This isn't rocket science. It is kind of true. And gas station ones are kind of expensive. I like to go to like Walmart or Target or Costco. There's the one. We're trying to get through a show without Jen mentioning Costco one time. Excuse me. Finally, Kim says you got to go to the 9 or 10 a.m. movies. Mm-hmm. Never go after noon. It saves you money. It does save you money. I do that. All right. I like it. Ways to save your money. You're welcome. Thanks for listening. And now, do we have time for this? I want to do this. Okay. This is going to go fast. Annoying traits of American tourists who dine abroad. And this is real, and I'm going to comment on some of these as we go through them, because the number one thing is Americans going abroad and rushing through your meal. Like when we were in Italy, it's a whole different way of life. Like they enjoy their meal and each other. Oh, it's an event. In the same thing every night. It's not like the special occasion kind of dinner. Well, if you're having dinner,
Every night it's you relax, you enjoy your food, you enjoy the company, and you do not rush it.
When I was in the Switzerland thing again, which is right next to Italy, I was surprised that, every dinner in particular was 4 courses, basically.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of food, because I thought, okay, they're going to say stupid Americans, big servings and blah, blah, blah. So they would bring out the antipasta, and then they bring out like a salad, and then they bring out, and this is over the course of an hour or whatever, so by the time the main course, what I would call the main course came, I'm already pretty full. And the funny thing was the person who was hosting this, it was really a sweet lady. She's like, what, you don't like the food? It's like, no, the food is fine.
It's
full. Just a lot. And what I could not figure out until this day, here I am, big old me, in my big old American body, getting full after this food here. And these people that we were staying with were tiny little people eating all this food. I just didn't see how the math didn't work on me.
They probably just enjoy their life more.
Yeah. So, yeah. And
you know what I mean? Like, they just take their time.
One thing they pointed out was, and this goes through the... You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
This goes through the rushing through your meal thing again. The fact that I'm using we very broadly, the idea of going through a drive-through and eating your food in the car is just repulsive to them.
Well, that's one of the things, is expecting to take away coffee. Mm-hmm. Another thing, in many countries abroad, you don't take your coffee to go.
Nope.
You get your coffee and you sit there and you enjoy it, because that's how it's meant to be consumed.
And I know, you know what, there is this view, I think, that Europeans in particular, that we were talking about, because we're talking about Italy and Switzerland right now, really know how to enjoy life and live life to the fullest. And this seems to be the case with a lot of things, but with the meals in particular. Let's get back to a few more of the annoying things that Americans do when dining abroad. Things like expecting to buy food late into the night and being a bit too loud at dinner. They do say loud Americans, right?
And we mentioned the coffee, the taking away the coffee. They just don't have takeaway coffee. You don't take it with you. You order it. It comes in a mug that is not, and
you stop and you drink it, and you have conversation and you enjoy.
Yep. Working during dinner, taking business calls and not being on your laptop.
Oh, we try to avoid that even here. But taking business calls or doing work during dinner, It's and I understand people say, well, I bring this for my kids so that they are entertained at the dinner or like when you're out eating. But I'm guilty of, phone went off. What is it? There's a text and I got to respond right away. And so there are times when Dana and myself will both be, sitting there on our phones, and it's like, that's a bad habit.
Expecting refills, shouldn't do that.
Free refills are a no-no. Expecting your bill to be brought to your table quickly, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it does. Here, I will tell you what it is, because someone told me about this.
So again, this is expecting your bill to be brought to your table quickly.
In America, almost at every restaurant, they want to turn their tables. Turn the table. So they will bring you your check. At least in Italy, and I think in many other countries, they don't just bring you your check. You need to ask for it when you're ready for it. Wow. So it's like, don't rush that, because it's part of the whole enjoy your meal, and you let us know when you're ready to go.
Which actually leads to something I just recently found out about. We were going somewhere, and I think it was Crowbar, which is fine. Love the place. But you said you make your reservation, and your reservation is for an hour and a half, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not just be there at 6 or 7 or whenever. It's like you got to be done by 8:30.
Yeah, because they want to they have another reservation.
Right. That was a new concept to me, that you can't just sit there and it makes sense.
And drink for the rest of the night.
Right. It makes sense, but that also is another apparently annoying thing that Americans do.
And expecting to eat dinner at 6 p.m., the whole thing about that is there's a wide variety of times that people eat in different countries. Mm-hmm. And just know about the area where you're going, so you know when restaurants are going to be open, and maybe even when they're going to be super busy, right? Because if the common time to eat in, even if you say America, in New York, it's way different. Dinner time in New York is way different than here. They eat way later, I feel like, than us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, eat when you want, but when you're traveling abroad, just be conscious of the fact that maybe they're not all on your same schedule. And I don't pronounce it schedule. I just wanted to do that. Trying to sound hoity-toity. Schedule.
All right. This is all over social media, and I have no idea. I've not even heard of it, even though it's all over social media. So we're going to do some research, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. What does it mean when something scratches your brain? I'm doing air quotes, scratches your brain.
Is that an idea? You had an idea?
I think it's more than that, actually. Okay. So we're going to get the meaning behind the phrase and why, because it's a therapist thing.
Something scratches your brain.
They say we should do more of it. They should say we should do it more often. Therapists do.
Scratching our brains?
So why we should do it more often? Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I can't even, outside of that as a tease, so to speak, I can't tell you anymore. We're going to research it. That's our homework for today.
Find out, and we're going to let you know if you don't know the meaning behind scratching your brain. And I just thought it was a phrase. I didn't know that it was like you're saying. Therapists are saying this is something to put into action. So I want to know what it is.
Do it more. Why you should do it more.
Yes.
What it is and why you should do it more. Can we just take a quick moment and say thank you?
Yeah.
Thank you to you for listening, for taking time to consume the podcast, for letting us be part of your day. We really appreciate it. Sincere gratitude.
Please follow, like, subscribe.
Yep.
Whatever you feel like doing, it all helps us. And what did we say yesterday? Follow us, we'll follow you.
Hopefully it helps you too. Like listening is, you learn a little something, you're entertained, and maybe you even chuckle a little bit like we did for poop particles.
I was going to say,
hopefully you were laughing with us.
Did you learn anything about poop particles today?
It's fun to say. Just say it. Just say poop particles.
Why? I kind of like the poop corn at the theater too. That was a
poop corn.
That was a slip up, but poop corn. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Make good choices, find joy, and spread kindness.